Hey everyone, either welcome back or welcome to my channel. And in today's video, I want to spend a little bit more time talking about the whole issue of weight and IIH. I feel like this is just not a conversation that we're able to properly have. And I really find this to be the case online. So before I get into any more details, time for the intro. As you guys know, I follow science on this channel. And so when it comes to IIH and weight, a lot of people don't realize that there is a massive correlation between IIH and weight. I know that it feels like a lot of doctors use this as a way to dismiss your concerns. And it feels like it means that they don't really care that much enough to figure out what's really behind something. It seems like they just want to tell you to lose weight and everything will get better. I know I've been there. I have felt the same way, but I think through time and meditation and my background with biochemistry, I think I have a very unique perspective on this because I feel like I can kind of meet these two groups in the middle. So I have enough training in biochemistry and sciences to go. There's enough science backing up that claim that there's a reason why doctors are pushing it, and I can see why. But I think there's a lack of communication between patients and doctors in this case. So I want to kind of use this video to meet in the middle. My point with this is to say, like, if you're a patient, the reason why your doctors are telling you to lose weight is because of the massive amount of evidence that there is with IIH and weight. And there's no denying it that there's a lot of evidence behind it. I also lost weight myself. So this is anecdotal, but my head and my papilledema and my overall health has gotten much better since I've lost weight. And I admit it's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect, but it's helped. And what I can't understand from the patient's perspective is why so many people don't want to give this a try just to rule this part out that, well, my IIH isn't related to my weight. Well, I don't know how you can say that without actually losing weight and actually not seeing a difference in your swelling of your optic nerves and the other types of things that they look at with IIH. Like, I don't understand this. And I guess if you're watching this video as somebody who disagrees with me on this, I'd love for you to drop into the comments so that I can get another perspective, because it's one of the reasons why I keep the comments open on here is for people who disagree with me. They can leave why they disagree with me so that I can learn other perspectives from people with IIH as well. Having a condition where there's really not much known about it, and they do know that this one thing definitely does help, even if they don't understand why, and they recommend it, and people who are overweight and obese always hear this when they go to the doctor. I can see why it's being dismissive. I mean, I've been there too. You feel like you're being fat shamed by your doctor. But if you have a good doctor, they'll do this in the right way. I'm at a crossroads between patients taking responsibility for their health and doctors being the mentors to help the patient be able to have enough knowledge to take that next step. So I want my doctors to be a guide, basically. It's kind of like what professors are to undergraduate and graduate students in university. They're not there to hold your hand and give you handouts to help you get a degree of any kind. They're there to guide you along the path so that you can find out ways to help you get through that degree and help you so that you learn how to deal with all of the things that can come up when you're dealing with a degree. I find that doctors are kind of like professors in a way, in a little bit in that direction. So they're there to kind of help point you in the right direction, but they're not there to hold your hand and baby you at all. So there's a time where you have to take and do the work to also help better yourself. And I think it's really, really important to do that as a patient. I don't understand the whole give me a pill so that I can get better instead of having to do the work to get better. I guess I've kind of always been the kind of person though who would rather not take a medication. So I guess I'm probably kind of biased in that way, but I just feel like why take a pill when you don't need to? And there are things that are easier to do through habit that will help you maintain that without having to be on a medication the rest of your life. I don't know if you guys have realized this, but I don't like being on medications. I'd rather be off everything that I'm currently on. What I really want to get into in this is I find there is so much resistance in the IIH community about the whole IIH and weight correlation. It's like there's a complete dismissal that it is even a thing. And every single doctor who suggests it as being a possible thing is told that you have a bad doctor. And I think these are probably the best doctors because they're telling you exactly what you need to hear. It's hard to hear it. I remember having that same thing when I first found out about IIH in my treatment and having to be constantly asked, well, how's your weight doing? And how have you been doing with your weight loss is a frustrating thing. But honestly, I still see it as, well, this is for way more than IIH, in my opinion. This is for not having high blood pressure and diabetes and all of these things that can result down the road that come along with being overweight or obese later on in life. There's so many things that happen when you're overweight and obese. I mean, I know that. I've taken the classes and have the education to understand that. And yet, I still had trouble with that. So, I mean, I understand that whole issue, but to completely dismiss something because you feel like somebody is dismissing your concerns, I don't know if the evidence is there or not. I guess if you've been through a really long, rough road and there's a tough time, I can see it. I just want to understand, I guess, why there's this pushback against losing weight. And it's the whole, I think I can understand why. I mean, you don't want to feel like you're sick because of your weight, but you got to remember weight's only one factor in it. Yeah, it might be a big one, but not everybody who's overweight gets IIH. Yeah, it's increasing with the obesity epidemic, but it's not like everybody who's overweight is getting IIH. So, like, I don't understand why people are only thinking it's weight, even when it's not solely the thing. Like, I've talked about this when I talked about why getting this diagnosis made me have so much guilt because I put so much personal responsibility on the fact that I had the education and the background to know why being obese was a dangerous thing. And then I ended up sick in a large part, I still think, because I was overweight and obese. Like, I think there are other things that helped bring it on, but I definitely don't think that being overweight and obese at the time helped the situation at all, I guess is where I'm getting at with that. I have a lot of questions when it comes to this particular topic that I would like more people to weigh in on and help understand, I guess, the other side of the argument, because I get a lot of dismissive responses when I talk about this just in comments or something. So I thought that maybe by doing a video that maybe it would open the dialogue a little bit and help others who have differing opinions come in and share their opinion, because I have a lot of trouble understanding the opposite side of why people get so defensive about the whole issue with IIH and weight and the whole relationship around that. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. I want to generate a dialogue with this video. If you've gotten this far in the video, don't forget to subscribe. Click that notification bell so you never miss another video. Be sure to give this video a like. If you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, be sure to like and follow. And as for now, that's it for today. Bye everyone.